Can you imagine me saying that? I'm going to go take it.
Yeah, just try it. Just try it right now. It's a new year. Let's try new things.
I'm going to go. I got to poo-poo.
No, let's just try it. I got to go take a shit.
No,
Gotta go.
That word is disgusting.
Mom, that's what it is.
It isn't, though.
Yeah.
Hey, stoners. We back.
Happy New Year.
I cannot believe it is 2025.
I am to the point where I have to really think about what year it is. Do you do that? Like, even when you said it, I had to think about, is she right?
I mean, that seems like insane to me.
I know. Like, sometimes when I write the date, I'm like, is it 2020?
I mean, like, it's like
4 or 5?
I think about like Noah, like she was born in 2000.
Freaks me.
And it went like that.
I know.
And it's 2025.
I was born in 87.
I know you were. Anyway.
Beat 67.
67. I'm not going to be 67.
No, you were born in 67.
Oh.
Mother.
I'm not even stoned. And I
Keep
was thinking you were
up.
telling me I was 67.
No. Your year of birth.
That's true.
I know.
But you know what? Dom and I talk all the time. We were just born at the perfect time. The 70s and the 80s were just when it was. It was the last, well, I guess the 90s were okay too.
The 90s were great.
Were they?
Yeah.
But I feel like everybody got depressed in the 90s. Like
Not
it was
me. I was doing great.
It was grunge music and all that. Like the 70s and 80s were just like fire.
Yeah, everyone's depressed now.
Tell me about it.
I feel like I always see on TikTok where people are saying like my generation was really the last one to grow up without all the technology.
Yep.
Like we hit the tail end of it with the MySpace and everything. But I was 18 before like Instagram came out and everybody had a phone and all that kind of thing.
That is so crazy to think of.
Crazy, I know.
And for me, we didn't have cell phones.
I remember when you had the big old car phone.
Yeah.
In the middle console of the car.
So funny.
That was crazy.
But I mean, honestly, I just like social media, I feel like for kids is the absolute worst possible thing that has happened.
I know.
It's completely changed the world.
Yeah, it has. I think they're going to ban TikTok.
I've heard that. And
yeah, I think they are.
I know. Did China or somebody ban it? I think so. Canada banned it too?
Yes. My friend Andy is from there and he was like, yeah, TikTok's banned here. And I was like, so if I open my phone, like TikTok won't work? And he was like, no, it will because you have a US phone. But if you have a Canadian phone, apparently you can't. It's not even in the App Store. Like you can't even get it.
Wow. Why TikTok?
Because the Chinese own it.
Oh.
I guess.
Got it.
I don't know. This isn't the podcast for that convo because I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm not on TikTok much.
No, you're not.
I honestly haven't been on social media. I have been on social media very little lately.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was having my anxiety. I was in my anxiety era, as I'm calling it.
Mm.
And social media just gave me more anxiety, truly. So I had really just not been on there. But like my friend Susie, who you guys know because she's been on the pod, like lives on TikTok.
What?
Susie
that shocks me.
She is always on TikTok. But my thing is, you know what I think that they're going to ban? And I think I've become a conspiracy theorist.
That's because of who you married.
No. He's the opposite. He thinks
Is that why you're a conspiracy theorist, though? Because he is so the opposite?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why do you think you're a conspiracy theorist all of a sudden?
Because I just like get on Twitter and I do not believe anything our news tells us anymore. You know, I used to watch CNN and all the stuff.
Oh, I know.
I think every single thing they tell us is not true.
Mother, I've been telling you this for years.
And can we talk about RFK?
Yeah.
And the fact that he's going to come in, and I know there's like all this controversy around it, but if he gets our food healthier, like the fact that the America puts all this shit in our food,
it's terrible.
All these other countries have already banned is so terrible.
I know.
And like he's going to like make ivermectin. I mean, I don't think ivermectin's illegal, but I think it's like good.
It's not easy to get.
I know it's not easy to get. And he's going to make it easier to get. He's going to make psychedelics legal because he believes that it's good for your mental health. And I just think, so I get my information from Twitter. And so many of the people on there are conspiracy theorists. But I swear, like I would see things on there about like different things that I won't talk about because it's so political that I would not hear on CNN at all.
Would you hear it on Fox News?
And or on Fox. And then you wouldn't hear it on either until like 2 or 3 weeks later. And I don't know, it's just people on there tell the truth. And
How do you know?
because it ends up happening. Like
So they're predicting it.
so yes.
Well, that's even scarier.
And you know another thing I think.
All right, we can't talk about this on the podcast.
Okay. So anyway, stoners, I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Why can't you have like PG conspiracy theories like the Denver airport and like birds
Well,
are robots and stuff
That
like that?
probably all comes into play too. I'm serious.
Do you think the birds are real?
All birds?
Yeah.
I think the birds are real.
You do?
I've never
You
heard
don't
this.
think any of them are robots that are spying on us?
I don't think so.
Listening?
But you know what somebody did say, and whose book was I reading? Or something that said, what if we are the aliens? What if aliens are real, but we're aliens?
That'd be sick.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense.
Does it?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
If I was stoned,
I
I'd
know.
know.
I wish you could just smoke a little weed right now
I
and
do
see how you feel
too.
about it. Oh my God. We just got on the biggest tangent.
I know.
I just can't.
I
even.
think this is all stuff that everybody's thinking about, though,
Huh.
because I think that this is not political at all.
Mhm.
I'm like, but well, whatever. I just think that the American people have woken up for real and are actually like realizing that we like suck for what the government is allowed to do to our food, like our healthcare system.
Mhm.
And I think like nobody really thought about it. That's the only one good thing about social media
Mhm.
is I do think that it's brought such an awareness to things like this.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
People are more educated on
And we
things
don't
like
have
that.
to rely on these news channels that give us lies.
Oh my God. Literally ever since I can remember though, you've like had the news on in the background 24/7.
And believed every word they said.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
You're so
anyway.
funny.
Okay, we'll get off this topic.
We'll get off this topic. Well, it is a new year. Do you
Yes,
have
it
any
is.
New Year's resolutions?
No, not really any New Year's resolutions. Except like during my anxiety era, I
Yeah.
stopped working out.
Right.
And see, this is the other thing I read like on social media, like stoners, like it was like intense. And so I read so many things about your nervous system,
Mhm.
and some of it said that working out was really good for, like anxiety and depression, which I absolutely believe. But my nervous system was so twacked
Mhm.
that it said like intense exercise, like lifting weights and things like that. Like your body's already in fight or flight and like it can kind of make it worse.
Mhm.
So I started walking but I hadn't been working out. So I definitely
You want to get back on
I
working
want to
out?
get back with Tashi and start actually lifting weights and working out again.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't really make a ton of New Year's resolutions, but last year mine was like not giving up liquor, but I bumped the brakes on it a lot.
Yeah.
Like I really have not had much liquor at all this year, except for like an occasional old fashioned at dinner, which is so rare. And I took all the liquor off my rider when I DJ and replaced it with champagne, and I've really stuck to it all year. Like I don't drink tequila anymore at shows, and if my friends come, I'll be like, well, we have 2 bottles of champagne, and if you guys want anything else, you can go get it. So I gave something up technically last year. And so this year, you know what I think I'm going to give up?
What?
You're going to think I'm nuts.
What?
I think I'm going to stop paying to get my nails done.
How's that possible?
I just think it's terrible for our nails, the gel.
Oh, it is.
I know.
And it freaks me the freak out.
Well, then why are you still doing it?
Do you remember the time that I got that?
Yeah, I do.
And I freaked out.
Yeah.
So, stoners, I'm also a hypochondriac. And I went to get my nails done. And we were leaving for somewhere.
Where were we going? Some
Was
trip.
it like maybe
Italy.
Hawaii?
Italy.
It was Italy. And Dom was shooting a movie there. So I was going to see him. And Brandi went and his kids came. It was so much fun. Like the day before or the day of.
It might have been the day.
I think it was the day of. I go to get my nails done and they take my polish off and there's this like, it looks like somebody took a pencil and drew a straight line down the center of my nail. And what did I do? Googled it. And what did it say? It could possibly be melanoma. I freaked out and called Dom, like sobbing, crying, like sending him the pictures. And he was like, you got to go to the doctor because if you don't, you're going to worry the whole time you're here.
That's true.
So I went to the dermatologist and it absolutely was not melanoma. It was like, he said, I just hit my nail on something and it was like
A bruise.
like a bruise. And I said, how is it like in a perfectly straight line? And he said, I don't know, but it is. But I did ask him, was he concerned about the UV lighting with us getting our gel nails done? And he said that it wasn't enough UV light that he would worry about it.
I don't even know if it's the UV that I'm so concerned about is like what's in the polish that we're baking into our nail beds.
True.
And your nail beds are like it's like pretty porous. Like what gets into your bloodstream, things get into your bloodstream, I think, through there. I don't know. I just don't think it's great. And I don't think it's great that we're doing it. I do it every 3 weeks.
I know.
And bake them on there with the UV light. And it's so expensive. And honestly, like I freaking hate sitting there. And I just think I'm going to stop doing it.
Dang.
Yeah.
I was thinking if I was to give up anything, never happening. I have got to cut back on my sugar intake.
That's never happening.
It is so bad. Like
Literally
I
never.
honestly just cannot not eat sweets.
Yeah, I know.
And it is just not good.
I know. Kirsten, my bestie Kirsten, I was hoping to swindle her into coming on today, but she's out and about. She is so hyper-focused on the sugar content of what she eats.
Really?
So last night we went to Chick-fil-A. Shout out Chick-fil-A, love ya. One of my faves. And we wanted milkshakes. And so we go in, we actually went in to get them and she orders hers and then she turns around and she's like, do you care about calories in your milkshake? And I was like, not really, why? And she was like, okay. And then she turns around and she keeps ordering. And I was like, wait, why'd you ask that? I want to know why you asked me that. And she was like, well, because there's a way to order the milkshake with way less sugar and you won't even tell the difference. And I was like, well, what do you mean? Do that for me. And she said that a regular Chick-fil-A milkshake has 42. We look it up. I think she said a regular Chick-fil-A milkshake has 42 grams of sugar. That's a lot. It's a shit ton of sugar. And it's because they make the shakes with a shake base.
Okay.
And she said you can order the milkshake with milk instead of the shake base. And it takes the sugar content down. Like there's still a lot of sugar in there, but all right. So we're talking anywhere from 42 to like 70 some grams of sugar in a milkshake. It's crazy. And she said it's from the shake base. And so she taught me this hack that when you order your milkshake at Chick-fil-A, ask for milk instead of the shake base. And I was like,
they will do that?
And they did it. Yeah, no question. And I was like, how do you know this? And she was like, I worked at Chick-fil-A. And I was like, you did? She was like, yeah, I got fired. Apparently I wasn't Chick-fil-A material.
I am dead.
I love it. But I learned that was such a great thing to learn because I love Chick-fil-A and I love a milkshake. And while I'm not out here counting calories, I do agree with you that like the sugar intake in this country is insane.
It is absolutely insane.
I'm definitely very bad about it.
So there's this new ice cream truck. I forget the name of it, which is so bad because I need to plug them. I actually have it on my phone because I follow him on freaking Instagram.
Oh my gosh.
But Noah and I have been going like a lot. Like almost every night.
Oh my God.
And so we get on Instagram and it tells where they're at in LA.
Oh, that's cool.
And so we can just go find them and get ice cream. But I do ice cream and whipped cream.
The whipped cream has a lot of sugar.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's like all sugar. Sugar and air.
I love it.
Well, are you going to cut back?
I need to try to cut back, yeah. At least I think it should be a once a week treat.
That sounds good. That sounds reasonable.
It sounds very reasonable.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So anyway, yeah. So this ice cream truck is the cutest thing ever. And they park up in Toluca 3 times a week. But we've gone to Melrose Place to find them.
Oh my gosh.
And it cracks up when we pull up, they start dying laughing because they say
you must be their best customer.
We're absolutely there all the time.
That's so funny.
All right, stoners. This one might have a whole head of fake hair, but let me just show you guys what the real Cyrus hair genes are, at least from this Cyrus, and they're not great, okay?
They are not great.
My hair is very fine. It's very hard to get it to grow. It sheds a lot. However, I have been taking Nutrafol for so long. You've heard me talk about it on both podcasts. And it's truly the only way my hair's long.
I know your hair's long. And I did say the last time you were in LA, I was like, why does your hair look so much thicker?
I know.
And she says Nutrafol.
I say Nutrafol. This is my hair. No extensions, no nothing.
Some of us can't say that.
But here's the tea on Nutrafol, you guys. It's the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement. It's trusted by over 1 million people, including moi, and it targets the root causes of thinning hair, which can be a lot of things. For me, it's my DNA.
For me, it's my DNA and my friggin' hormones.
Stress, travel, the climate, everything really menopause plays a part in our hair health. So if you guys want to check out Nutrafol, I really am a big believer in it. It's physician formulated, 100% drug-free ingredients. And the best part is you don't have to go anywhere to get it. You can purchase it online and set up a subscription program so that it shows up at your door in the perfect time before you run out.
Absolutely. So start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code Cyrus.
Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. That's Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code Cyrus.
That is Nutrafol.com, promo Cyrus. Cyrus.
All right, Mother knows this, but I'm obsessed with booking things with points.
You are.
Like, if I'm going to buy something or spend money, I better be getting some freaking points.
Absolutely.
I'm serious. So if you are a renter specifically, like, how much money do we all spend in rent? And if you want to start getting something out of your rent money, I would take advantage of Built if I were you. If you guys aren't familiar with Built, you can earn points on groceries, travel, and practically everything else. And you should be earning points on rent. It's one of the biggest monthly expenses. Built has changed the game by letting renters earn high value points on rent or on their neighborhood and on a lot of your other high expenses.
Amazing. And the best part is there's no cost to join Built. And as a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent and on all your everyday spending.
Built points can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, and even the ones you haven't heard of. There are over 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels around the world that you can redeem your Built points towards.
Points can also be redeemed towards a future rent payment and unique experiences that only Built members can access. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, why the heck not?
True. Start earning points on rent you're already paying for by going to joinbuilt.com/Cyrus. That's JOINBILT.com/Cyrus.
So make sure to use our URL so they know that we sent you. Joinbuilt.com/Cyrus to start earning points on your rent payments today.
Well, should we play a little What's the Tea New Year's edition?
Already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
Okay.
Okay, great. Put on your glasses. I feel like you're not going to be fun with this, but let's see. Have you ever made a New Year's resolution secretly and never told anybody about it because you knew you were doomed to fail?
I don't think so.
No? See,
No.
I knew she wouldn't be fun.
This is not, these are not fun for me. I don't usually make New Year's resolutions.
Mhm.
I think that used to, every year for my entire adulthood, I always made are you going to fall asleep on me?
Yeah, I'm not feeling great.
She's feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah.
So,
But it ain't stopping me. Here we are.
here we are.
Let's go.
I think I always my resolution was always thought I should work out. And so every year I'd be
Every year
I'm
it's
going to start
well,
working out this year. I'm
that's
going to start
funny.
working out. And I was on such a roll. I worked out 2 years solid. And now
know.
it's going to be starting over.
Well, that'll be all right.
But do muscles come back quicker if
Yeah.
you've worked out before?
Yeah, you're going to be fine.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think that's it.
Okay.
Oh, you should have asked me this one.
Oh.
If you had to describe your past year in one word, what would it be and why?
Well, we can both answer. Go for it.
Hell.
Oh.
Absolute hell.
Why?
It's just been a terrible year.
Mom.
No, it has.
Well, it was because this is a new year.
Oh, it was. Yes. Like Dom's dad passed away,
Yeah.
which started off the year.
That's true.
And it was absolutely horrible and so sad. And it was just I was so glad to get out of I was just thinking 2024 was going to be this great year. And it started out with that. And it was just so hard.
Mhm.
And then I went into the anxiety era.
Mm.
and been in the anxiety era for
Literally
freaking
all year, huh?
7 months. And I but you know what I was thinking? Like, I was like the other day, like in my brain going like, I've missed out on so much. I've 7 months of my life, I've been kind of home and having anxiety and all. But I'm like, I never leave the house anyway.
No, I know.
Well, what have I missed out on? Yes, I've been
Nothing.
anxious as you know what, but me and Dom never leave the house anyway.
I know.
So I really didn't miss out on anything.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think if I was going to have a psychological break, this was the perfect time to do it.
Yeah. Okay, well, great.
Yeah.
Well, I really do think you're on the other side of it. So.
I'm feeling great right
Yeah,
now.
you seem great. This is great.
Yeah.
I love that for you. I can't picking just one word is hard to describe a year. But I do feel like, well, I guess work. I freaking worked all year. Worked.
Yeah.
I did. I worked my ass off this year, but I do feel like I can't think of like a word to say it, but like I do feel like I got to do a lot of checked off a lot of things I really wanted to do, like the Wynn residency. You know, I got to do that, play EDC. I got to do cool things work wise that I really had been wanting to do and trying to manifest a little bit. And really got to do a lot of cool things. So that was good. And I met my mans, so that was cool.
I know. Stoners, how crazy is it that Brandi is like, men are trash.
They
men
are
garbage.
They are.
I'm never getting married.
Well, I'm
not like men. All men.
Well, I stand by
are,
everything you're saying still.
You do not.
Yeah, Mom, men are trash. The majority of them are absolute garbage.
Okay.
And they're all just men are just so fucking dense. But there's a couple of good ones out there, I guess, and I think I found one. So we love that for me.
Okay.
So yeah, that was cool.
Okay. I'm so happy about this.
Yeah. I mean, just men across the board. We're the more evolved species. It's just, that's the fact.
Right.
But,
Yeah. I mean, I have my hopes up for Matt.
We can't say his name.
Why?
Well, I guess
on
we
Instagram.
Can. I do tag him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? He's Australian. I'm not going to rag on American men, but Australian men are just different.
Not all of them.
Oh, that's true.
True.
Okay, moving on from that subject.
Moving on.
My Australian man is great.
Yeah, mine's great so far.
You know what? When he said in sickness and in health, he freaking meant it, because I have been a basket case all year.
This is true.
And this man has taken care of me in the most loving, amazing way. Guys, we got to start the new year off with a Dom talk. I mean,
do we?
Yes.
I thought we were past
He
that.
deserves a freaking medal of honor for putting up with me for 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
Truly.
What about me and Miley?
You guys
We
did
had a
not put
medal.
up with me. You all pretended like it didn't happen.
No, we put up
Didn't
with you for
talk
a
about
solid 4 months. And then we were
Absolutely
like, all
zero.
right, well,
No.
it's time.
No.
It's time to let her fly.
Dom was the only person that literally just was
That's because he had no choice.
solid every single solitary day.
He lives with you.
No, he could have gone surfing every day and done all the things he loved, but he stayed home with me.
No, he did go surf.
Barely.
He goes to play
No.
tennis. He goes out.
Barely.
He goes.
And
Don't let her fool you.
no, guys.
Yeah.
Dom,
He's lovely, but he does go do his thing.
Medal of Honor.
Okay, great. We love it.
So I'm I just hope I can pay it back one day.
Well, that's very sweet.
Yeah.
I hope so too. You can go to the next one.
What's the worst person to set to but during a New Year's Eve countdown?
I actually have a good answer.
I'm
for
always
this.
in bed by that time. So
If he hears it, he'll be devastated. But I would say he'll be so sad if he hears this.
Trace.
No.
Who?
My friend.
Why?
Because he wants to kiss everyone at midnight. And it's no.
I could see that.
Yeah. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I said
God bless
Trace.
him. Yeah, Trace. What the frick?
And what's the one habit you should really leave behind in the new year, but really don't want to give up? Mine's sugar.
Sugar, yeah. I'd say that's probably one for me too. It's not something I am ever going to give up, but I do drink a lot of coffee. And I do feel like it's something that I could probably pump the brakes on, but I'm not gonna.
You probably save so much money.
I know. But it's my one thing. It's my one thing. I don't really drink a lot at all. I don't spend money. I don't really have bad habits that I spend a lot of money on. coffee's just my one thing,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
That's how I
Do
justify
you
it.
drink more than like one or a day?
Oh yeah, minimum 2.
Got it.
Minimum 2, sometimes 3.
3.
Especially if I'm like traveling or on the road. Yeah, 3.
Wow.
I know.
I'm a decaf girl these days.
That's so nuts.
I
What's the
know.
point?
You know what the point is I love, stoners will put the link up, the Dose & Co. collagen
Oh, yeah,
creamer.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you can never find the vanilla. That's I hate the dairy-free one. I like the dairy one. It's always out of stock, always. But I drink it because like stoners. I shouldn't even tell because I can never ever get it.
I know.
The vanilla. I literally DM'd them and they sent me the caramel one because I was like, I cannot get the vanilla, but it helps your hair grow so much. Like it is the one thing that actually does. Like I have so much new hair growth when I use it. And so I need my coffee to put it in.
I see.
And so that's why I use it.
That's good.
Yeah. I wonder if can you look up real quick and see if it has protein in it?
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it not only has the collagen, but 20 grams of protein.
That's crazy.
That is fabulous. Because that was the other thing is like another New Year's resolution for me would be to eat more, to get more protein. And because I lost a lot of weight during the time that I was so anxious, like, so I was making myself eat a lot of protein, like red meat. And I've never done that before. I've never been a big red meat eater. I've never been a meat eater at all, really. And so I think I'd like to give that up again. I don't love how full it makes me feel.
I don't eat a ton of it.
Yeah.
This is a good one. If we had to make a New Year's resolution for each other, what would it be? I feel like mine would be for you to get out there and see the world more. Get outside of Toluca Lake, honey.
But why? It's like,
because it's just so great.
I don't know.
Yeah, I want you to travel more. That's my resolution for you. Get on some
Okay.
freaking airplanes and see some shit.
I don't know what my resolution would be for you. To come to LA more.
Mom, I come every other freaking month at minimum.
That's true.
I come a lot.
Yeah, that makes me happy.
Oh, jeez. Do you have a worst New Year's Eve memory?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like I put a lot of, not a bad memory. As a matter of fact, it's a good memory. But like Molly has done the New Year's Eve in New York with Ryan Seacrest before. And it was fun. And
I thought you were
like
freezing.
But I have never been so cold in my entire life. Like I'm talking like icicles in my hair.
Wow.
It was like the coldest I have ever been in my entire life.
That
And it
doesn't
was
sound fun.
so miserable, but it was such an experience to like, you know, you stand on the podium and you're watching the ball drop behind you and there's a sea of people and me, little Tish Cyrus from Tish Cyrus Purcell. I always forget to say that. Like standing on that
You're too
stage is
good.
kind of insane.
Yeah.
It's a really cool experience.
You are so funny.
But I've never been so cold in my life.
That doesn't sound great.
Yeah, it was kind of miserable.
Is there anything you've ever done at a New Year's Eve party that you're embarrassed about? Like maybe when you were young or something?
I don't think so.
Want to know what I did?
Yeah.
This was so long ago. This was probably 17 maybe.
That's not that long.
Yeah, 2016 or 17. I mean, that's 9 years ago.
Okay, what did you
know?
do?
Bobo threw a New Year's Eve party at his house, and I got so fucking drunk and made out with some guy I had never met before. Like in the kitchen, in front of everyone. I made out with him for like over an hour. And like literally,
this does not sound like you.
It wasn't.
At all.
And my friends had to be like, okay, like it's time to go. And like I tried to like stay. And I was so drunk. Like I woke up the next day and barely remembered it. And they all told me about it. And to this day, like Bobo was like, you were unrecognizable that night. Like what we were all like, what is Brandi doing?
I don't think I've ever been that drunk except in like at 9th grade homecoming where I at 9th grade at homecoming.
You drank in 9th grade?
Yes.
See, I waited until I was like over 18 to drink.
Yeah, I got that out of my system early.
That's
like
hysterical.
maybe that's why I don't drink.
Yeah, maybe.
at all because it's just like, ew. I hate alcohol.
One Halloween, Noah got so drunk.
I
At my
remember
house.
that. It was terrible. I was ready to kill you.
But she was safe in my house. She was actually in the bathtub, just sobbing and drinking.
Oh my God. That's the thing. Isn't alcohol a depressant?
I think.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sounds terrible.
I know. Well, that was fun. Should we do a few Dear MTs?
Yes, we should.
We got a video.
Love a video.
Hi, Tish. Hi, Brandi. I'm here from Toronto, Canada. My name is Tara, and I'm such a huge fan of the podcast. It feels so cozy and homey. You guys are hilarious. I love your dynamic, and you both are so unbelievably stunning. It's crazy. Now, to start off this question, I'm 29 years old, and in a lot of ways, I feel the most confident in myself, happy. I just got engaged a few months ago. I'm getting married next year, so I feel really lucky. But creatively is the problem. I think that things just haven't panned out the way that I'd hoped. And I guess my question is, if that has ever happened to you, if you've gotten a creative block or something didn't pan out the way that you really wanted it to, how do you keep yourself motivated and inspired and not get too down on yourself or down in general? Again, thank you guys for everything you do. We appreciate it.
She's
cute.
so freaking cute. I can answer that question.
Okay.
Because Hollywood is not in a good place right now.
Mm.
And Stoners, Hopetown, we've been selling shows, but we have not been making them yet.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think for me, like, even Dom too, I mean, like, it really is like Hollywood had like a writer's strike and then the actors went on strike. And before that was COVID. And so it's kind of just snowballed into this place that is just not great right now for selling shows or making shows. Like studios just aren't really buying a lot. And so it's hard to stay inspired when, you know, it's that you're creating all this amazing stuff that you think is so good. And then, you know, you put yourself out there and they're not buying it and or not creating it. And so it's been like really, really hard. But I also like if you are doing something that you really love to do. And I was telling Dom like a couple days ago, I was like, now that I'm coming back into myself, I really realize how much I really do love what I do. Like I love Hopetown. I love the part of like finding stories that I love. I love the whole creative process. And even though that everybody else is kind of in a weird place right now, like it's still like kind of taking a step back from everything made me realize how much I love it and how blessed I am to get to do something that I like to do and that I love to do. So that answer our question?
I think so. I was going to say something similar. Like sometimes I need to take a break from something to kind of appreciate it more and to get more like re-inspired or like reignite the fire for it. Like even with horses, sometimes like I love it more than anything, but it sometimes like when I take a week or two away from it or even longer, I go back and I'm like so pumped and I love it and I remember how much I love it and how much I missed it and things like that. So I don't know if it's a creative outlet, maybe like just step away from it for just a sec and then maybe you'll find like a new appreciation or new motivation for it. So I think it's like similar to what you're saying.
Yep.
She was too cute.
I know.
Okay, this one's a voicemail.
Hey, Tish and Brandi. I love the podcast. It's Veronica here from New Mexico. And I just wanted to say, Tish, your relationship with Dom is so inspirational and it's so incredible. And I love hearing you talk about him and, you know, all of the wisdom that you provide. I just wanted to call in and ask, because I'm in a fairly new relationship myself, how you kind of handled certain elements of intimacy with Dom. I'm talking particularly, you know, bodily functions.
Like taking a shit.
I've always been super shy in that department, and it's kind of getting in the way of, you know, all the time I spend with my partner. So just wondering kind of how you navigated that with Dom. Thanks, ladies, and love the pod. Bye.
I don't know what she means
Do
by
we
that.
know what she means by that? Don't make me laugh, guys. It hurts my stomach. That's what I was thinking.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm the world's worst.
Yeah, you won't take a shit anywhere near Dom.
Well, I mean, I think that's why, like, I'm so weird about it. Like, we all girls carry this stuff called poopery everywhere.
Oh, I take it everywhere.
Everywhere we go. But I'm the worst about that. I pretend like that just does not happen.
You are so nuts.
I'm serious. I mean, we just talked about this with you and Matt.
What do you mean?
Like when you first had to stay in the hotel with him.
Oh yeah, I know. But he
But that doesn't hinder your intimacy.
that's why I was like wondering if that's what she meant. I'm not really sure. I definitely would choose to like go to a different bathroom than do that around him. But I think like just saying like, well, I have to go take a shit. Bye. Like that way he doesn't have to like be
I
like,
would
where
never
is
say
she?
that.
Or like, what is she doing? And like he always says, it's so dumb. It's like the dumbest phrase. He's like, I'm going to drop the kids off.
I've heard that.
And I'm like, at first I was like, what are you talking about? And he
I've
was
heard-
like, I'm
no,
going to drop the
I've
kids
heard-
off. And I was like, what do you mean?
It's drop the kids off at the pool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what he says
So it's
when
just
he's
a
got to go.
warning that they're going to go. And that.
Like, don't come in the bathroom for a minute.
I've been with Dom 3 years. I've never said that.
Hilarious. It's so funny. I refuse to like say something cheesy like that. So I'm just like, I gotta go take a shit. Bye. Gotta go. But it takes me like 2 seconds.
See, and this
but
is
his thing is like he'll be gone
and
for
this
10
is
minutes.
this is a problem for me because it is one of the reasons I don't like to travel.
But why? It's like everybody does it.
I know, but like,
And you have poopery. It's like, what's the big deal?
that's true. Everybody does do it, but it's like, except for me.
No, you do. You definitely do. It would be disgusting if you didn't.
That's true.
That's the thing.
But honestly, it is a psychological problem.
just
for
think
me.
about like somebody that doesn't shit regularly, all that shit's just in their friggin' body.
Ew.
That's grosser.
That word, honestly, is so awful because I literally say poo poo.
Matt says that's worse.
Dom does too.
Yeah, I tried that once.
And
He
I'm not
didn't
even
like
talking
it.
about me going. I'd be like
No,
something.
they don't. They
poop,
think
and
that's
Dom
worse.
was like, that is so disgusting. Just say shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, can you imagine me saying that? I'm gonna go take it.
Yeah,
I could
just try
never.
it. Just try it right now. It's a new year. Let's try new things.
I'm gonna go. I gotta poo poo.
No, let's just try it. I gotta go take a shit.
No.
Gotta go.
That word is disgusting.
Mom, that's what it is.
It isn't though.
Yeah. What else is it?
Poo poo.
No. You're so nuts.
Anyway, girl, you are not alone.
Oh my
We all feel
God.
it. It is like my worst nightmare to be somewhere and be like sick or something.
I think the sooner you just like,
I need my own hotel room if we travel.
oh my God, you're so bougie.
I'm serious.
It's nuts.
I don't think we helped her.
I don't either, but I don't know what else to say on the topic.
I don't either.
Okay. Well, we had a couple more like written in Dear MTs here. This one, I don't know if I'm saying the name correctly. Nyalina, I think is who it's from. She says, I need advice on what to do with a situationship that has no long-term prospect. Side note, I'm in love with him.
Bet there's no long-term prospect.
That's what it
on his-
says.
Girl, I'm reading Chelsea Handler's book.
I know.
It's like, she inspired me so much.
She's amazing. I can't wait to read it.
I just feel like if you're in a situationship and there truly is absolutely zero chance of a prospect,
Have your fun and move it on.
and on your own terms.
Yeah.
And like I read Chelsea Handler's book, and it's like it was so inspiring the way that she has lived her life and the way that she thinks about relationships and men versus like loving herself and being totally and completely fine being on her own unless it just happens. And if it does, great. But she had been in several relationships that I guess they were sort of like that. But she saw that there were like situations and problems in ones where she chose to walk away, even though, she knew she may not find someone else or whatever. And it was just so inspiring. But I think it would be torture to be in love with someone like that and to just know that that's not a possibility and maybe is easier just to walk away on your own terms.
I mean, it's easier said than done for sure because it's never easy to leave. I feel like, especially if you're in love with somebody.
True.
But I do feel like anytime, like if you know a relationship is going to end eventually, it's always better to just end it sooner than later.
Yeah.
Because then I just feel like the longer it goes, the more hurt everybody gets and the more baggage you take with you and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I would say I know it's going to be hard to do, but I would just like maybe have a chat with them and be like, hey, if this isn't going anywhere, I just would like to know so that you can.
Communication is everything.
Yeah, true. Let's see. This one's from Molly. What would you do to make money if you were starting from nothing?
I think I would be start a home organization business.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love organizing more than anything in the world. And it is just gives me so much satisfaction. And I think that would be a pretty I think it just you're busy,
Mhm.
you're spending somebody else's money on all those little
That's true.
organizers. And I just feel like it's fun to help people thrive. And I think that for me, like helping somebody get their house in order
Mhm.
would be so much fun.
Yeah. It's a good one. I just love animals so much. I feel like if I had no money and needed to make money, I would just pet sit, walk dogs, do like little easy. There's just everybody always needs help with pets.
Tell me about it.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I feel like like really good like pet sitters and dog walkers and stuff are in like such high demand.
They really are.
So that could be a good idea. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that helps.
Oh, is she asking like for suggestions
think
or just
so.
what would we do?
No, I think she like wants suggestions.
Oh,
Right. This is Dear MT. I
yeah.
think.
Honestly, I really do feel like a home organization business would be like, I feel like now more than ever, people are having people come in and helping them organize their homes. I work with a girl here, who I love. Her name's Janelle. And she's done everything for Miley and Noah, and I'd love to have her do my house one day. And she's always busy, like slammed.
I'm sure.
And
Especially here in LA.
I'll have to put up her Instagram, but it's like inspirational because she's just always on the go, always busy, and it just looks like such a fun job.
Totally. Yeah, could be. If
Yeah.
you like to organize.
Yeah, if you like that.
If you like to organize. Let's see. This is from Jax.
Okay. I love that name.
Great name. How do I fully embrace a healthy relationship of love when I've only seen lies and pain?
Dang.
Jax, you let me know when you figure it out.
Is this a boy?
I don't know.
A girl? The name Jax for a girl is the cutest
Very
name
cute.
of life.
JAX.
Oh gosh, I think that's really tough.
Mm,
Like, and I don't even know really how to answer that
I know.
because, like, I mean, look at Brandi.
What about me?
Not that you've only seen that, but like Brandi was like so like I'm never gonna meet a good guy. All guys are trash. Like,
Well, you know, I'm 4 months in.
Yeah,
Jury's still out here. Come on.
but the thing about
I'm
it is,
not
I
a crazy
think-
person.
I mean, I think it would be hard if like you grew up, only seeing that to kind of. I think it would be really hard.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, I don't have an answer for you, unfortunately.
I mean, I think
you are so lucky because you had such a great example of love with Mammy. And
I had such a great
and Glenn
example.
Moore.
My mom and dad were like the epitome of love
pretty
and
rare.
respect. And I just had such a great example of that. So I think if you didn't have that, it maybe would be harder. But also, every relationship is different. Every person is different. And I think you just have to put yourself out there and, believe in something until it shows otherwise, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's how I try to be. It's like I try to be what's the phrase of like like you trust them until they give you a reason not to.
Exactly.
Like, you can't ever go into it just like looking for things to be wrong and like
Totally.
distrusting off the bat. And like people that say like you have to earn my trust, I don't really love that. I
No.
feel like you kind of have to trust somebody and what they're saying
Yes.
until they give you a reason not to.
Yeah.
Or unless,
Yeah.
So I feel like that would be like my suggestion.
Agreed.
Okay, well that was a good one. Well, that was fun.
Are we wrapped up our first solo of the year?
We're wrapping her up.
Okay. We love you, stoners.
We love you guys so much. Can we just manifest for 1 second that this is going to be a great year?
Yes. 2025 is going to be the best year ever.
It does have a good ring to it.
It does.
2025.
2025 has a great ring to it.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like I'm going to be really busy this year.
I would love that for you.
I'm really hoping so.
I want to be less busy but make more money.
You were so busy.
Don't we all?
In 2024, but
I know. All right. Well, we're super excited about the podcast this year, and we have some really fun guests coming up for you guys that we're really excited about. Just a quick reminder, please don't forget to send us your DRMTs. It's our favorite segment, and we cannot do it without you guys. So call in with any of your questions if you want advice or just want to tell a fun story. Like that could be cool too. And you can send us all of those to sorrywe'recyrus@gmail.com.
You can. And don't forget, we need the Truly Tish, what's the tea questions as well. We can't do this without you guys. So make sure you subscribe and spread the word so we can keep doing this. We love you guys.
Love y'all.
Bye.
See ya.
This podcast has been brought to you by Podcast Nation and Hopetown Entertainment.